in US, Europe, and good evening to you in Asia. Today, I'll be doing my review for the new Disney Pixar movie, Turning Red. Yeah, you have, most of you have seen it already on Disney Plus. Then, you know what I mean. This movie is the story for this movie takes place in 20 years ago, that's 2002. The location is in Toronto. This story, the main character for this Turning Red is Maylin Lee. She's the main character who is telling the story. She first introduced herself, then she have three friends. It's Miriam, Abby, and Bria. First, we see how her character she tells the story that what she does, all that, and some of her friends are introduced, some of her classmates. Then we go on that she as the story goes on, we see her mother, father. Then we go through the story. Then the story, of course, all know from the trailer and all that, she turns, by the title, she turns into a big red panda. And but she doesn't tell anybody about this whole red panda until what you have seen this in the teaser. Of course, we all know that the mother is an overprotective person, especially, and this is the first time when you will see a mother will see her as a big red panda that you have seen the thing in that teaser trailer. Then you will see her how her character develop, tells about this problems, everything, blah blah blah. Okay, but then she, as I said, she don't want anybody now since the mother know and the father know. So she don't want anybody else to know, not even her friend. But of course, later in the story, her friends will come to know in the later parts of the story that we have seen this, that she will tell her three friends like that Miriam, Abby, and Priya when they first see her in the panda form. I tell you that, but yeah, Abby is really excited because she is a giant red panda. Then, as the story develops and they work together, come up with a plan to buy tickets, go see this boy band Four Town. By the way, Four Town is based on the boy bands during that time, especially if you have like at that time I know and Zig is based on that. So but was nice story as we go down how she managed to control herself and the panda power. Then we go move. Then they will come up with a plan about her being making people happy with being by changing panda and all that. And of course, that's a bully that called Tyler. Then we learn everything down the way, down the line, but until that very moment when auntie, grandmother all show up telling we are talking and but the giant panda problem all that. Then as we go for that, she already one part she already in the bully Tyler. made agreement that he will come to his party as a panda under one condition, and it's when we know the aunties come before the party or the blah blah. But she managed to go first dressed in a panda costume, no, then she changed to a jelly red panda and blah blah. On the roof she loses. They talk about all the concert, all that. Then things get out of hand. We know the roof situation, and she cannot control herself, and gets angry. Her mom finds out, sees the merchandise, finds out, go in. But okay. Then she cannot go to the concert, and they must follow the ritual, blah blah, all that kind of stuff. And you come to that scene. Three friends will go to the concert in a place, Sky Dome. It's a real, because it's a like a big arena. It's called Sky Dome. Is in yeah, in Toronto. So so they must go and do this ritual. And but okay, this is why if you are mostly no but if your friend is Chinese and you want to know about Chinese culture, I got one thing to say about you. I know this because I'm living in a country where there's Chinese. It's not China is all Chinese, but I come from Southeast Asia. So I'm going to tell this very clear if you don't know. I'm like, number four, because they're superstitious. Number four, they can't see the number four. Or tell anybody talk about the number four. You know why? I tell you why. Because four in Chinese is say, that means, D-I-E, that. So now you get the picture there? Okay. So from there they do the ritual, but the ritual, um, phase, and she wants to be a panda, human and giant. Then she goes, after the ritual, she tells her mother something. Then as a person, anything you want to, at least you want to discover who you are in the process as growing up, right? So she tells that her mom, then she goes off. Then the mom very expensive for mom got some cracks. Then she goes off as in a human form, then in a panda form, then she goes to Sky Dome. By the way, I forgot. There's one thing I want to tell you about this. Not the sky. When she arrived in Sky Dome, she says, ask for forgiveness, or that they say sorry, or that. And they meet Bully Tyler, who is also interested in photo. Back there in the temple, where you see our. Okay, this is why I want to say, if you don't know, if you have seen any monster stories recently, the mother already broke. The power is already locked on the loose. She cannot control. She turned into a giant panda. By the way, to see monster stories, maybe like you can say Godzilla or King Kong. She goes and finds her daughter. This scene reminds me mostly about the monster stories, but mostly I don't think King Kong destroyed any building, but it reminds me of Godzilla. not the new one, not the Godzilla versus Kong or Godzilla King of Monsters. It's the ones back in the previous version in the 90s. No, I'm not talking about the Japanese one. This one I'm talking about the one in New York. That one. So then goes and she goes to the Sky Dome to find her daughter. And of course, you know what happens. That big um, there's a big monster fight and all that. Blah blah blah. You know the monster. You've seen monster story. Don't compare them to King Kong or Godzilla versus Kong. But in the end, they she becomes the mother becomes normal. The ritual. The mother goes back to being normal. Mei keeps her power. Mei keeps her power. So they come. So that's to get things get back to normal, and she tells the story. We introduce herself and tell people. I think about Pandemonium 2002 or that. Then we see that things have changed. Things have changed. Her mother, of course, is back in early 2000s got something you press the button, shake up. Don't know what's that called. Um, then things get back to normal, and of course her grandmother and the other aunties are playing cards. Suddenly she saw a necklace fall down. She of course being superstitious. She asked what is this? Because four, as I told you, you know, is for them is big superstition. Then things get back to normal. Then she be doing things. She managed to control her power, and in the end, she will go off with her friends will come. Then she goes off with her friends, and the pilot date she does. The story ends there. So that's all for my review for Turning Red. So I see you again very soon. Bye.